Betrayal is always painful, but when it happens during pregnancy, the body is vulnerable, the heart is open, and life is being created. The impact then runs much deeper than most people can imagine. So, here's what happens layer by layer when we're betrayed in this moment of life. We'll cover what happens in the body, the attachment system, identity, and support system. What happens in the body? When betrayal happens during pregnancy, the body reacts first. Stress hormones flood the system. Sleep becomes harder. Appetite changes. And the body, which should feel safe and unsupported, now carries tension and uncertainty. This physical response is not weakness. It's simply the body's way of trying to survive something incredibly overwhelming. What happens in the attachment system? Trust is shaken at the deepest level. The person that you counted on most is now unsafe. The attachment system shifts into survival mode, constantly seeking reassurance, but struggling to believe it. This is why even small moments may feel incredibly triggering, as the future you imagined of closeness, of family, of finally closing on patterns that have run deep in your family suddenly feels unstable. The system is trying to protect you, but in doing so, it also creates distance and fear. What happens in the identity? Betrayal during pregnancy doesn't just affect the relationship. It changes how you see yourself. You may question your worth, your strength, or even your intuition. And there can be pressure to stay strong, while inside you're grieving a very real loss. Not just of the relationship, but the story you thought you were living. So there is a mourning at a level of past, present, and future. So it's normal to take a lot of time to rebuild, bit by bit, a grounded self of self after something like this. What happens in the support system? Support matters more now than ever before, but it can be incredibly complicated. Most people may not be able to understand what you're going through. However, public sympathy can be helpful at first, but it isn't a substitute for real personal support. Some withdraw completely, others try to stay busy. The key is to find a few trusted people who can hold space for you without judgment. Healing after something like this requires connection, and so rekindling with your support system is going to be key. Betrayal during pregnancy strikes at the deepest roots of the human experience. It's life, it's love, it's safety, and it's trust. So healing begins with seeing layer by layer what's been broken. Every aspect mentioned here is simply an invitation to reflect on your own patterns and what you will or not accept in love. Share your reflections and subscribe if you wish to continue receiving more honey for the heart.